Oh hi, it's Bukai, and welcome back to another video for KnockOut City and our Road to Diamond. Now this was our third ranked game that we had played, and the last one of the day. Simply considering at the end of this game I was just getting tilted with the cardboard box known as my mouse pad. Really need to buy a legitimate mouse pad, and you know, there was some bad lag that happened, not bad lag, but just some decent lag that had happened in the game, and it was like, okay, I'm done for the day. It's just, yeah. Other than that, you know, this was a game that I got in where it was, I think we were facing two players on the other team that were on the same team. I'm not 100% sure if these guys were. Something tells me they were. They all had the same banner, but I had the same banner, so it's not like that means anything. I just don't recall the name. Now, you'll see that in the beginning of this game, I start carrying, and I'm thinking, okay, let's go, unranked, let's practice some of this, and I'm like, okay, dribbles, oh crap, people are here, I gotta go wide on that dribble. I'm real proud of that moment, because, you know, I start doing well, but the problem is I completely let it go to my head. Yeah, I'm like, okay, let me just whip that guy out of the way. It's not far enough to actually kill him, but I'm not gonna be in the path, but what you see there is an indicator of my lag. I'm not lagging because I didn't see the ball get picked up and it popped into my hand afterwards. That should have told me that the second this second guy came back, get out of here. But my hubris, nope. I paid for my pride with hubris, and yeah, I mistime a catch, and then I mistime the actual wine in front of me and get smoked in the face. Not my brightest, not my swiftest, but, you know, I'm thinking, okay, well, I've got all our kills so far, and, you know, there's 3 deaths. I'm responsible for 1. It's not too bad. Try to get to my team, and I'm like, okay. And this is when I realize I can't carry, considering these guys were struggling against, you know, a 2 versus 1 to win, and now we're sitting at a, you know, good old-fashioned 3 versus 2. They can't win. So yeah, I gotta work as a team. So I decide, alright, let's play a little bit of teamwork. I'm lagging a bit, and let's try and help these guys to actually get up. I mistime a dodge completely there. I was an idiot. I completely keep forgetting about the lock-on mechanic, and keep reacting to what I think is going to happen rather than what has already happened, and I pay the price. It sucks, but, you know, it's another death. I'm still responsible for all 4 of the kills in this game for our team, so I'm still ahead. But you're gonna see here that here's where I start having some camera problems, where it starts jerking around on me, or sorry, it's just not moving for me, and it'll move like in stutter movements rather than in clean, smooth like snaps. It's just a matter of, it was frustrating, and, you know, I'm still able to, when you're looking at that guy when he's doing the charges against there, I was doing the same when I first started, and it's utterly meaningless. You're better off to get a charge at the right timing to knock people into position than you are to just spam rush them. Spam rushing them doesn't get you kills, especially considering the team's not really noticing unless you're on Discord or, you know, Vent or better ICQ. But yeah, I should have basically played teammate here. I should have kept going back, catching balls on the extremities, and just tossing them back because I was lagging, having problems with my camera, and you're going to see a real big problem with the camera here, where I'm like, okay, I'm going to tilt the camera, and oh, no, camera tilt didn't work. Cardboard box, no work. Yeah, it sucks. I should have lob shot there, live and learn, and, you know, we end up losing the round 9-10, and you know, the team did a pretty good job against us on there, picking them off, and unfortunately, this second game is where I kind of don't play the best. I don't want to say that I threw all of my energy into the first game, because that's not true. I did actually play decently for, you know, the second and a bit of the third, but I started getting tilted from my camera at this video, and it just, I played bad. Just bad. No other way of describing it. Like, right there, there's classic Bukai diving into an explosion that you've already dodged. Yeah, that type of thing. Like, it's just, I don't get it. I just was not able to play consistently, and I was thinking, I think it was more considering I was kicking myself in the teeth. I'm like, if I can't keep it up on here, I'm going to lose the streak that I've got going. I've got 2 wins in a row. I want to get that 3rd. This isn't going to go well, and what's not. It was just wasn't the best. But, you know, it is what it is what it is. I can't complain. It's just a matter of you get good at the game, but it's about consistency. That's the main thing. And I don't want to say that I'm amazing at the game. I'm still only at, like I said, 11.4 hours or something like that on Steam. It's not insane numbers and what's not. So I'm not the, you know, be-all, end-all that this game can have. Now, one thing that does drive me nuts is it looked like there that when I hit the actual catch, it got rid of my purple ball and exchanged it for a red ball. Isn't the purple ball an extra charge over the actual red? Like, that drives me nuts, if that's the case. And the good old lob shot, everybody likes to, in the lower ELO brackets that I notice, they like to use the geometry to protect against the good old-fashioned curve shots, but everybody forgets about lob shots. Nobody seems to look up in the game, and it throws people off. I don't know how it's going to go in the upper brackets, but I know in the lower ones it does pretty decent. And you can see here where I mess up, my camera starts jerking as well, and I mistime the catch, and I pay the price for it. And then the team pays the price for it. I don't want to say that I'm carrying this game, but far from it. Because I might have carried the first round, but these guys are doing pretty decent for the second, and I'm playing the same way that they played in the first, in the second and third. So I can't really say anything bad about them. You know, this is unranked. Well, it is ranked, but it's unranked, if you know what I mean. Yeah. Here I kind of get bounced off of geometry, and I mistime some pieces. I got disoriented. Rule of thumb, you're not with your team. You just dove 1 versus 3. Don't do it. Don't be an idiot. Don't be stupid. That's the best way to describe it. But, you know, that is classic Bukai. Bukai be's idiot sometimes and gets complete pig-headed. Is what it is. Now, here's another one that I'm going to chalk up to input lag. I hammered the dodge button there, and I understand there's a input lag and a timer to actually hit your second dodge, but that was longer than what the timer should have been. Yeah, it just never went off, and I died. So that, I completely chalk up the lag, and yeah, I should have been able to get out there. But, you know, is what it is, and here I help out my teammates. I'm like, okay, they're 2 versus 1. They got 1 hearts left. We might just lose this, and oh, crap. I might have just lost us the game. Oh, yeah, now I'm stuck here. 9-9. At least the other teammates here, and I managed to do a catch, and the quick target snap. Target swapping is huge for these games. Being able to target snap to the backline people, I know people were complaining about it for the actual Steam when they had brought up the mouse DPI, where they're like, oh, I don't want to shoot the guy in back on there when I have a good clean shot at the guy in the front. Listen, I get that. That's a perfectly good reason on there. You don't want to be shooting the guy in the back, but sometimes the guy in the back isn't prepared for it, isn't knowing, it isn't thinking that you're able to, with a quick jiggle of the mouse, be able to snap and fire at him. You can get a quick win, a quick kill. You can get a quick hit off of a guy. Because sometimes it's not always just about taking the guy out of a fight, but sometimes it's about pressuring. As always in these type of games on there, whenever people start to see themselves get down in health, a lot of times they panic. They start playing more passively and whatnot. You see that in all games, especially in a game like this where you can only take 2 hits, and when some people take the first, they start playing more passively and it's a lot harder for them to go off. Now that guy got a nice luck dodge on there where he ended up dodging my cage ball. Is what it is. We could have gotten a kill, but you know, sometimes you get the luck dodges. You can't complain at that. It happens, and there's not much you can do. Now here I get disoriented again. The camera's starting to stick, and I'm not able to help the team out that much. And because the camera's starting to stick, I'm starting to smack into geometry. And really what I should be doing again is what I'm doing now, which is going out to go grab external balls and just start passing. Stop playing to actually win. Stop playing carry. Start planning and playing to win. I do manage to get a kill despite that camera, but I still should be playing the passing game. I don't, and I decide to be pig-headed and do the one-on-ones, and, you know, it pays off a bit, but it's one of those, it wasn't the best decision, and, you know, that guy got a pretty fast catch lag into dash. Like, that seemed a little fast, but I'm gonna chalk it up to my lag. He probably had the timer on there. And like I said, I should have just been continuously passing, but instead we're gonna, because of that, my decisions on there to not help out the team and be pig-headed, we lose a couple points, and they catch up. And this game should not have been as close as it is. We should have just been keep dominating on them, but you know, it is what it is. Now you can see that we are in a bit of a close quarters dash fight. The advantage of fighting below that I prefer is you can't be hit by an ultimate underneath here because you've got a roof over your head, which is nice. We do eventually leave here, mainly considering, you know, they start coming in and my teammate ends up dying, and I think, okay, I'm better than these guys, which I do think I am, but not with this lag and not with this camera issue where I then end up just getting smoked and die. Know your lag, know any type of hardware issues that you're having, and play accordingly. I should not have stayed, I should have left, backed off, and come back. If, you know, if those factors weren't in there, yes, I could have absolutely trounced them. But, you know, those factors were there, so you have to play accordingly. It's just Bukai being pig-headed. And Bukai pig-headed sometimes is really, really pig-headed. There's another way of describing it. Now here I keep dodging underneath the actual, because I'm having problems with the camera, I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm just going to swap positions with you. Here, I'll dive underneath, you grab me, and you throw me as an ultimate. I need to practice my ultimate drops anyway, as I'm not very good at them. And you're going to see a nice ultimate drop by me, where I go up. Now these guys start to avoid, so I decide to bounce off of geometry that you can't actually explode on and roll off. This hides the indicator from people, and then you only really land on them in an instant. A nice strategy to pull off on there, and I hope that helps out some people to figure out what you can do. Yeah, if there's one thing I'm good at, it's breaking games. I don't know why. Now, here's the old flank for a win, and if you guys have been enjoying this video, don't hesitate to give it a like, a subscribe, pass it on to your friends. If you hated it, pass it on to your enemies out of pure spite. If you'd like to help out the channel, there's a coffee shop in the link below where you can buy me a coffee. It'd be much appreciated. And if you would like to join us, there's a Discord community where you can join in, and we'd love to have you. With that, take care, everyone.